or we'll just go right into it then. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's this Super Smash TV ninth annual tournament. And I am Aquas, and I'll be being co-commentated by Burgundy, Ron
Ron
Burgundy.
Burgundy, yes. I since you had already kind of started, I was like, well, I didn't know where to jump in to kind of get you off the hook there. But yes, this is Super Smash TV here on GG_speedruns. It is the ninth annual Super Smash TV tournament, and we have the winners round 3, the last of the winners quarterfinals. And it's between two of the top 9 in the world, according to the PB rankings. We have Brisulph and Prince Leaf. Brisulph, of course, a 3-time champion in this tournament, and Prince Leaf has been a perennial contender and is certainly up there. I mean, both with PBs under 5 minutes and 24 seconds. I think a 5:23 and change for Prince Leaf, and Brisulph with the second fastest overall at a low 5:10. So looking to see fantastic play from both of these individuals. This is a best 3 out of 5. And the winner will go on to face the number 4 seeded Tetsuo. The loser will fall into the bonus bracket because it is a double elimination tournament, and will take on the 13th seeded Jacquemus Wedge.
Yeah, good stuff. This is gonna be just a classic Smash TV tournament match. Both of these guys, obviously, some of the OGs of the tournaments, and OGs, of course, stands for Original Gangster. So yeah, we'll have both of them brawling it out here. Neither going to be doing the orb manipulation, so still keeping it classic there. And we will be getting these matches started in just a couple minutes here. This will be our only match for the evening. So hopefully we get some good ones, some good back and forth and all this.
Oh, certainly. You'll be looking at these probably going at absolute worst no longer than 7 minutes a race here. I mean, these are two individuals who pretty consistently can go through this easy percent in a sub 6 minute time. And it looks like we're just waiting for Prince Leaf to, well, okay, it looked like he was finishing up a practice run, but decided to reset the timer anyway. And Bry is set up at the ready, and I guess Prince Leaf going to finish out this run. And that kind of gives a little bit of an explanation, as this is the penultimate room that's being entered, known as Tank Trouble. That's where the enemies really start to make their presence felt at a quick pace here. And rockets and an orb will certainly help with mowing down a lot of those enemies. The rockets just kind of cut through everything like a hot knife through butter, and the orb allows for double firepower. And in this room, you have to deal with the green and purple swarmers. You have to deal with those shrapnels on the side there, as well as the tanks that occasionally come into the room. At the beginning of the room, you have the 2 gunners on the wall as well. So it's kind of a little reverse explanation here, as usually this is the penultimate room heading into Mutoid Man, which is the boss here. But since there's a little practice going on, figure we get a little practice in explanation.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I will say, Prince Leaf, he's continuing this because he's on good pace, even though he reset the timer in accident. So we're just gonna let him finish this out. But this is Prince Leaf's pre-game, you could say. But Brisulph doing his own little bit of pre-game, knocking one back there on the webcam.
That sounds par for the course, I suppose. But yes, Prince Leaf attempting what's known as the Ball Buster. It's where you take the orb, and if you're able to hit it pretty much on the nape of the neck of Mutoid Man there. Well, okay, it looks like the run kind of fell apart there, so Prince Leaf is going to go ahead and set up. But yeah, it does, I believe, 42% of a form of damage, as the goal is to knock off both arms of Mutoid Man, then open up the chest to expose the rib cage, then knock off the head. Then you get to see the smaller tank of Mutoid Man. That's the final form. And then once that's completed, you head to the door, and that is GG. But we have a little ways to go for that, as it looks like Prince Leaf is working on the old manipulation setup or the classic manipulation setup. It's a matter of hitting the go button at a particular time, and yep, right here. Yeah, the demo does the two-player thing, and right as they say go, you hit it, and that guarantees that you're going to get your first drop to be a razor shield, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. But I believe for now we'll be counting down the runners here and getting race number 1 of this best of 5 underway.
All right, I've got them counted off, so we shall be beginning this right now.
Yep, there's a couple of seconds stream delay, but we'll be able to. Yep, here we go. We'll get them going here. There'll be a brief pause in a moment here as Mr. Dino, who handles all the restreaming, tries to get the times as close to synced up as possible. I mean, they may be off by negligible margins, say a couple of milliseconds there, but in any case, or I guess centiseconds technically, because it's to the 100th of a second, but that's neither here nor there. So both individuals have their razor shield that kind of it's used as partly a weapon and partly some other things. Bry tried to end the room just a smidge early. There were a couple of extra attackers that came through. Usually you have a little over 100 or so, but Bry's still going to have the whole shot by about a half second.
Yep, yeah, working those orbs. Now we got collect power-ups, both looking for that orb. Of course, it won't be manipulated, but Prince Leaf gets an orb immediately, and Brisulph the spreader. So Prince Leaf looking good. He's going to be able to hold on to this likely for a while here.
Yeah, the sooner you get the orb, the better, because that gives you double firepower as long as you're able to hang on to it. But if you bump into an enemy, or if the orb bumps into an enemy, then the orb, you lose the benefit from it. So
Yep.
Prince Leaf going to be out of the room. Basically, they're out at the same time here, around a 120, which is what you tend to expect coming out of there. And now you have Eat My Shrapnel, where we have 18 of these Mr. Shrapnels that are slowly moving along the wall, but only up to 4 can be in the room at the same time. So you have to kill off, if you have 3 in the room and a 4th one enters, you have to kill one off before another one can come in. So it's a timed room where you can't gain time, but you can definitely lose time if these shrapnels are allowed to linger for a lengthy period of time.
Yeah, and then Bricel's having to do this dance of not having the orb, so he got a couple power-ups here and there, managing the foot soldiers with the shrapnel at the same time, a bit of delicate, but he actually gets out before Prince Leaf into the next room, into some rockets for Bry and Prince Leaf holding onto the orb.
Yeah, so I mean, Bry does have. I mean, both individuals are extremely talented, and Bry able to keep pace without the orb. But the longer it goes, especially here in this arena, as well as tank trouble coming up next, yeah, that's going to cause a bit of a problem. And you can see Bry kind of just chasing drops at this point, looking for the next one to come along, and yeah, just hitting the key, just trying to get anything, looking for that orb to show up. Instead, gets a pair of spreaders that help, but you want to save some of those for Mutoid Man.
Okay,
And
there's
they're finally
orb.
almost 3 minutes in. There's an orb, so that is going to give Prince Leaf the lead here. About a 3:02 into the secret room. Bry about 4 seconds behind at a 3:06.
Yeah, I mean, Bry got good enough power-ups to stay in there by the 4 or 5 seconds and whatnot, and so yeah, look, we got anything can happen still, obviously, and we got product placement. Taco Bell, eating a chalupa make you go to hell.
Something along those lines there, yes. The brief pause since we have the bonus room there. Only exclusively done once per race by the commentators when both individuals are in the secret room at the same time. But now here on Tank Trouble.
Oh, Prince Leaf, orbless. Now he's just like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to figure out what to do with these spreaders. Brisulph, meanwhile, holding it down in the center.
Yeah, not having the weapons to complement the orb, but having that orb and the double firepower certainly helpful. And as I say that, rockets on the feet certainly going to help. And there's a razor shield as well. So all
Holy
kinds of goodies
Trinity.
going Bry's way here.
Prince Leaf.
Prince Leaf is looking for anything at this point. Oh, gets a spreader in path here.
Yeah, he's getting
Going to use the
mercy.
nuke to
Yeah.
clear the room out, but Bry already into Mutoid Man.
Yeah, no mercy orb, so he just had to like tough it out the whole time, and he falls behind like 10 seconds there. Brisulph going for
Yeah,
that.
about a 420 to a 432, and the ball buster looks like did take effect.
It was gotten, yes. So it works if the ball doesn't fly away and it goes into the neck. And meanwhile, Prince Leaf doesn't care about being behind. He's get his own spreader.
Takes the death hit, uses the spreader. Is going to do 9 times damage, just kind of leaning in there. Is going to try to get some manuals in. Won't be able to pick up the lobber, and we'll have to see what the next weapon. Oh, it's another lobber. So just like that, both in the same form, both with the arms popped off here. Bry going to go ahead and pick up lobbers on the left side, and you want to try to hit in that little trapezoid there underneath the chin of Mutoid Man. Both have the chest open. Bry going to work on some manuals, getting a little bit, but not much, and decides to abandon it and goes for the rockets here. And it does pop up the head first. Oh, but does get run over trying to go around, gets vibrated, and now is waiting for the next drop, which is going to be some lobbers. Meanwhile, Prince Leaf picking up the grenades that were mother henned there by Mutoid Man.
And I think Brisulph had a spreader underneath Mutoid.
Yeah, had the same problem.
Meanwhile, Prince Leaf, the lobber is catching up on the form. Who's going to pop the form first?
Key. We don't want keys in this case here. Now, final form for Prince Leaf.
Oh, he gets an vulnerability, but riding out this full clip of lobbers, it's probably not going to do it the full clip unless you land every lobber. He's got another empty drop, or he's got that empty drop there, so he's waiting. Meanwhile, Brisulph's getting grenades, but gets ran over. And these grenades.
Lobbers might do it.
So now he's going to wait.
Yeah, it does.
Fix it. That was pretty close, I must say. So Prince Leaf's going to take this with a 638.7.
Yeah, high 637 versus Bry with a 644. So about a 6.5 second differential, considering that for the first 3 minutes of the race, Bry did not have an orb. Still pretty impressive to keep the margin pretty slim. But ultimately, game 1 in this best of 5 does go to Prince Leaf.
That's right. And, they both, didn't really have, the mistakes, Brisulph got ran over, I think once or twice. So maybe that possibly slid him into the decline there. But you never know with such an RNG fest as the Mutoid Man is.
Yeah, especially in that final form, Mutoid Man's movement is very unpredictable and can certainly cut across the room faster than you can say Mutoid. And next thing you know, you're run over, whether you try to get out of the way or whether you think you're safe or not.
Yeah, and then of course, Brisulph did not get any death into spreaders. He just had the manual, and that was it. And Prince Leaf did get a good spreader, so that was the difference. Anyways, we are ready for the second game. I'm going to count them down.
Yeah, maybe just because it's the first race, but RNG doing what it does not normally do. It seems to be, at least in that first race, favoring the underdog and underwhelming the favorite. Usually it's the other way around. But we'll see what the fickle finger of fate has to say for race number 2 in this best of 5 coming up momentarily here as Aquas is counting down both of our runners. Again, the winner goes on to the winner's bracket semifinals to take on the number 4 seeded Tetsuo, and the loser falls to the bonus bracket to take on the number 13 seeded Jacquemus Wedge in this double elimination tournament format. We are underway here. Both runners have their razor shields set up, and they're trying to go through the roughly 104 or so swarmers who are in the room here. I believe they're all green to start off with in the first room here.
Okay, looks like Bry came out on that one with a
Yeah,
high 39.
high 39 versus what was that, a mid 40, so about a 3/4 of a second lead here heading into collect power-ups. But let's see what power-ups are going to be collected here. Well, now Bry getting an orb on the feet.
Yeah, Bry's turn this time for the early orb, and let's see if Prince Leaf doesn't get his till later on. But nope, he gets his right now. So we're gonna have an even Steven match with some good old orb play, and see how it goes down this time as they
Most certainly. Looking
clean
to
up this
clear out the
room.
room here. Anything sub 80
Nice.
seconds is good. And Bry with a jubilant point as he clears the room in 76 seconds and moves on to eat my shrapnel.
Yeah, but Leaf cleared out those shrapnels with the nuke at the end, so that was very nice.
Yeah, saved a little bit of time there as well, keeping pace. And now Rocket's on the feet. That's going to mow through the shrapnel as well well, at least it was until the spreader came into play here. Leaf just kind of going for anything and everything, is going to hold off on getting that rocket until the last possible moment. And we'll just kind of fire, well, 2 at a time because of the double. And has a couple more, picks up the invulnerability, almost got bodied there by the shrapnel. And now Bry with the lead heading into total carnage.
Ooh, both getting some razor shields there. Very, very good, very good. Bry's got a rocket at the south, but probably just gonna ignore it. I can't even get it because the razor shield is gonna make a boundary between you and the outside of the arena. So that was just a bait to for him to lose the orb or something.
Yeah, a little more easily grabbable spreader there just to the bottom right of the center. I mean, that's how you want to keep the firing lanes going, is by kind of just hovering around the center there and being able to fire in all 4 cardinal directions and just keep that gunfire going. Nice nuke at the end and a very spicy 249 heading into the secret room. And 255, though, for Prince Leaf. Not too shabby either. Yeah, they're both sub 3 into the bonus room, and you love to see it. This is high-quality play from both individuals.
Oh, yeah. Neither with power-up going into the next room, so let's see how they handle the gunners and what first drop they get, as that's going to dictate the flow of the room. And nothing for Brisulph, a dude.
A dude or a 1-up, so an extra life, which can be marginally helpful, but
And basically nothing.
Yeah, it's only slightly helpful. It's better than a key, but those are kind of, it's on the low bar of things here. Spreader, meanwhile, for Prince Leaf, and Rockets just to the left as well. Bry looking for something. I think got feet on the feet, which allows you to move a little bit faster. But
yeah, this is Prince Leaf's third pair of rockets he got. Meanwhile, Brisulph got the benefit of the razor shield, and they're actually both going to exit the room at the same time. Wow.
Dead heat, basically, just under 4 minutes into Mutoid Man. I think a very, very slight lead for Prince Leaf, but ever so slight. A negligible difference. So now a spreader, not going to be able to use it on Mutoid Man necessarily. Doesn't get the ball buster, but tries to use some of those manuals, gets run over. Bry, meanwhile, sees the spreader, decides not to die for it. Instead, another one he is going to die for it. Man, no, he moves. Oh, what a spot for it. Oh, and I think Bry got underneath to get even more damage. Gets run over, but both arms already popped off here for Brisulph. Meanwhile, the second arm just popping off now for Prince Leaf. Lobbers, meanwhile, and that's going to pop the chest open.
Prince Leaf gets a spreader with a little bit of invulnerability. Opts not to use that tiny bit for invincibility. Going for some manuals. Very nice. He cracked the suit form. And meanwhile, Bry
with another spreader in a great position. That's going to pop off the head, and that's going to send Mutoid Man into final form. And then another spreader for good measure, although now you don't want it on the final form. And just that quickly, that is spicy. Bry is going to take this. This is a 5-2X here, I believe. 527.
That's the perfect flow of like the
Oh,
slider
yeah.
drop there because he got
Kinda
the
set up a
transfer
little
damage.
late, but that was like a high 5.27, maybe a low 5.28 at worst.
An amazing time. Wow. That's probably only one of the couple or few 5.2s we've seen so far in the tournament. Maybe only one more. I actually don't even remember any.
I mean, to give you an idea, that is 5 seconds slower than Prince Leaf's PB, and I think Leaf just decided to wave the proverbial white flag on that one and go, "You know what? I could finish this out, but it's even 1-1. I just wanna save my energy, the button pushing and everything else, save the thumbs for the next round." So we were tied up at 1 after the 5.27 from Brisulph. And yeah, we're feeling good here. Races are going good.
Oh, am I coming through? My Discord's locking up.
You are coming through now. If you were attempting to before, we didn't hear anything, but
Okay, I didn't say anything, but my Discord's locked up for the moment. I'm just waiting for that to come back. So I can count these guys down. Otherwise, if you want to do it, you can feel free there.
count them down then if you're having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
All right, I have counted them down. I'm not as adept at it as others. I'll say that. Trying to count down and type and talk and think at the same time. It's a little more than my noggin can handle here. But that notwithstanding, here comes race number 3. Razor shield for both. Almost looks practically in stereo with the two of them, but it is two different runners as they're making two different directional decisions here. But they were in stereo for a little bit here. And Bry uses the nuke at a nice time. And oh, yeah, Bry loved that one. 37 through the through into collect power-ups versus 40 mid 40, so about a 3-second difference. Yeah, that was a pretty much perfect nuke. That was the pristine time to be able to do so to finish off the enemies in the room. And now collect power-ups. Bride just working through the grenades. Oh, I mean, he takes a death. Oh, Prince Leaf, meanwhile, with the Razor Shield. Bride's still able to get the rockets and use them, but bit of an early death, not too terribly costly, but more on the perturbing side. A little annoying, I guess you could say. Brian now going to get the spreaders to finish off the room here, and Leaf going to do the same, and both are through at basically a 122.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
And Aquas is back.
Yep, Discord
Didn't know that you were
decided
totally gone. But, oh, there we go. Bry with an orb, Prince Leaf with an orb.
Yeah. Discord decided to disconnect, so I'm back, yeah.
All right, technical difficulties for the moment here. There's a spreader there for Bry, but he has the rockets and is going to let the spreader go by the wayside. Meanwhile, a key for Prince Leaf, and both just working on taking out the shrapnels, and the game giving no help for the immediate moment. The key and an invulnerability, those are not weapons.
Well, the invulnerability, I mean, you can use that as a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, that was the end of the room, so they were kind of hoping for something a little bit. Yeah, it would have taken up more time to use that as a weapon to walk across the room than to just fire at the shrapnel there. But now here into total carnage, both now with razor shields.
Prince Leaf rocking the rocket there. Nice, nice. Brisulph ignoring the foot. Yeah, that wouldn't bother either. But yeah, the less you move in that center area, the more like straight the foot soldiers kind of walk at you. So if you can just kind of stay in there, yeah, it's always good. And good for your firing lanes with the rockets and the regular shots. Prince Leaf with more rockets. He's getting a lot of rockets these games. And they're both out at
And
the
it's
same time.
basically a dead heat into the bonus room, both going in at a 254. Yeah, this has been this has been neck and neck all the way through here. Even when the differences have been, or when there's been a bit of a difference, it's only been just that, a bit. Roughly, I think 6 seconds, the largest difference in the 3 races between the 2 runners entering the bonus room here. So
And
now into
again,
tank trouble. And let's see. I barely
okay.
had the chance to mention the gunners because they've generally been taken out so quickly. But
Leaf.
Prince Leaf losing the orb to a purple
Oh,
swarmer, but
but he
getting an
gets
orb
nice.
right back.
Got but
And then
then
Bry
Bryce
losing an
turn.
orb.
Okay, he's gonna go for that spreader and try to clear things out. Hopefully, get a orb soon. If not, he might be in the position that Leaf was in game 1.
Well, there's a replacement orb. It'll make up for a little bit of time, but looks like Prince Leaf should be the first into Mutoid Man here in race number 3.
Well, I don't know. Brysol's rocking those rockets,
Oh, there
and
we go.
yeah.
405 for Prince Leaf and a 412 for Bry. So a 7-second advantage into Mutoid Man for Prince Leaf.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so, spreader on the feet
Spreaders
for
on the
Prince
feet.
Leaf. Can't get the ball buster. Got cornered from Mutoid for Prince Leaf. Meanwhile, Bryce off the lobbers and the invulnerability, ignoring that. And waiting for our next drop is lobbers for Prince Leaf. He's going to grab that and avoid getting ran over. They both get the first arm off.
Old school lobber strats, just trying to hit into that brown trapezoid there, just underneath the chin of Mutoid Man. That's where you're able to get the most damage with the lobbers. And both have the chest popped open here. Rockets now for Brisulph, more lobbers for Prince Leaf. But they're looking for that spreader, and Bry gets it, but not in a great position. Is going to go ahead and manual.
Gotta be careful with that manual so you don't get jostled into. Manuals are very sketchy.
Heads pop off at basically the same time. Bry avoiding the shrapnel and decides to, well, gets to the final form. Didn't get the rockets right away, but now has the grenades. Both on final form here. An empty drop, though, for Bry. Just going to ride those grenades in and now gets a lobber. Prince Leaf with the lobbers as well. Who's going to take game 3 here? Bry is going to take it as Prince Leaf was looking for another weapon, as you can't use just your pea shooter to take out Mutoid Man, but this is still going to be very close here. Bry with a 601 versus Prince Leaf. Going to be just a few seconds behind here at a 607. Make it a 608. So about a 6.5-second difference yet again here. I mean, this has just been tight either way. Yeah, Brian needed to make up 7 seconds, and he made up 14. Well put, LOZ Cards Fan 23. And Discord seems to be giving more problems for Aquas here, so I'll kind of be handling things solo for the moment here, give them a chance to get their setups going. For those just joining us, welcome on in here to GG Speedruns. I'm Ferran Burgundy alongside Aquas, who at the moment is dealing with some Discord dilemmas here. But this is about to be race number 4 in a best of 5 between Brisulph and Prince Leaf. Brisulph, the number 1 seed in the tournament. Prince Leaf, the number 9 seed. This is the winner's bracket quarterfinals, the last of which, as we have the other three matchups, or the other three competitors, I should say, set up. The winner of this will take on the number 4 seeded Tetsuo, and the other is set the number 2 seed J-Pop for Life against the number 3 seed Telio 1. So bear with me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and count down the runners, and we'll get race number 4 underway.
Yeah, my Discord crapped out, but I'm back again. I don't know what's going on.
So peeling back the bit, I was unaware that Mr. Dino did the countdown, so I'm already doing a countdown when they've already gone.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Thank you for your time.
So we're back. We're back in it. Hopefully my Discord stops crashing. I think it's the heat. It's the spring heat. Bogging down the computer, but let's try to keep this going so we can actually commentate. That'd be nice.
That'll certainly do it here. So we are in collect power-ups, and Brisulph now with a Razor Shield, Prince Leaf with the last remnants of one, using up some rockets as well, and both trying to get out of the room here, just finishing up the last, but Prince Leaf going to be out at 79 seconds, Brisulph at 82, so a 3-second lead here for Prince Leaf heading into Eat My Shrapnel. There's an orb for Prince Leaf. He's going to take care of those swirlers first.
Yeah, then Brian's going to be managing the situation here. It was one of those times when you want to grab the nuke because you're just getting crapped on, and you don't really want to do that because it is a time penalty, but you kind of break even. You might save a little time if you use that nuke. He might have not. He might have used it on accident even because it was actually pretty close to him. But he's not getting anything for Brian. Prince Leaf going to finish up the last shrapnels in just a moment, and yeah, he's out at 2:02.
Brisulph out at a 2-second loss, which is pretty close to what the nuke would do in that room. So that pretty much tracks, as the kids would say.
7-second difference between the two, with Prince Leaf in the lead. Brisulph getting some rockets in the meantime. Gonna just go into the spreader and maybe point blank some of these foot soldiers to make use of all the 3 spreads of the spreader. Pellets, and then he's back to the rockets. So he's doing okay into more rockets. Meanwhile, Prince Leaf just holding on the center.
Yeah, more rockets, but not in an ideal spot. Now Bry getting a dude. That's 1 up, so now up to 7 lives. But
the lives can be okay if you just
want weapons. No, that's that's the thing here. Now 257 into the bonus room for Prince Leaf, and it's going to be a 308, so now an 11-second lead. So Leaf kind of just stretching out the lead room by room here.
Whole lot of nothing there for Brian. Prince Leaf holding on to something. I'm not sure what the ammo is there.
I think that's the last remnants of a rocket, and
nice.
uses just enough to be able to take out the 2 gunners, and gets a Razor Shield, and I thought more rocket, or yeah, there was more rockets there. So RNG favoring the underdog and underwhelming the favorite.
Yep, game giving Prince Leaf a little nod there, trying to bring back this set to 2-2. Brisulph getting nothing.
This is RNG just saying, you know what? We all want a game 5. We all know it. Let's just, we're just going to give the people what they want here.
For the people. Via Beam Software's excellent porting code of Super Smash TV here.
Yeah, RNG with a rare nod to the OJs. Give the people what they want. That's a 70s soul music joke for those who... It's a good song. Give it a listen.
Prince Leaf out here with some lobbers hitting that brown spot or the trapezoid or the spot underneath the chin for multiple damages. And Brisulph the spreader at the beginning. See what he does with this. Not much. He's gonna go for that ball buster. Gets it. Wow. Into
Oh,
the.
there's another one. Oh, is he gonna mother hen it though?
Yeah, I think he's gonna
go
get it.
around and does get it.
Nice. Wow. And he's inside for a moment into the lobbers. That's gonna be great. Prince Leaf got the rib cage exposed, so he's got 2 forms up, 1 form up. Now that the arm is gone for Bry.
So Bry able to catch up a little bit here, but probably needs another spreader to be able to close the gap. Although I say that, and well, Prince Leaf with an invulnerability, and both have the chest popped open here.
Both rocking the rockets, and both have lobbers available with Mutoid simultaneously on both screens covering up the lobbers.
And it is basically even again as they both pop the head off. Prince Leaf with a slight lead. And now, come on, Mutoid, Mother Hen, just sitting on it.
Hend. Oh, okay, empty drop.
Bry now on the final form. There's the spreader, though.
Final form with some transfer damage.
Transfer damage could catch this up the other way.
A little bit of transfer.
Who's it going to go to? Is it going to be Prince Leaf evening it up at 2 apiece, or is Bry going to take it 3-1?
I think Bry's got. Wait. Oh, Bry's going to get it because
missing, and Bry takes it.
Wow! It's because Bry landed all those shots.
2 seconds difference.
That was
619, Booyaka, 620. Yeah, high 622 for Prince Leaf. About a 2.5 second difference. And Brisulph is going to advance into the winner's semifinal.
Well, that's all she wrote then.
And Prince Leaf is going to fall into the bonus bracket, will not be eliminated, but will be on the brink of elimination. We'll have a matchup to be determined at a later time against Jackamus Wedge.